Welcome, everyone. We decided to do an improv podcast. I've got some of the other traders here in the Discord. We don't really have a plan. It's just been a boring day in the market today, and I reached out and I said, "Hey, you guys want to do a podcast, talk about the market?" And everyone agreed. So today was really interesting, though, with just massive fake outs here from rebalancing, quarterly rebalancing, funds selling some positions. Then everyone got long into the close. VIX melted down in confirmation. We're seeing that we've had some normalization occur within the currency markets, which has probably also caused some of the relaxation in the market. Some of our long positions continuing to melt up. Low finished the day at new highs. We had great profits this morning on Baba and Neo capturing the gap up. Sold those, took the profits. I called out a lotto on SPY actually this morning. If you had taken that actually went to over 1,000% returns today. And I also swung some Tesla calls into tomorrow because the setup here still looks good. Again, as I said in the weekly report, it's a very trappy market right now. And I let members know that they need to keep an eye out for this and be patient. Fake outs will be abundant. And we saw that play out today in full force. But traders, how you guys feeling today? What stock stands out? Let's start with this. How about this? Noob, how about you want to do a rapid fire to start off?
Oh, yeah. We haven't done that in a while.
We haven't done a rapid fire in a while. Here, let me pull this up here. I'm going to go to my basic watch list. Some of these you probably won't have an opinion on. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. All right, we ready? Austin, do you want to do rapid fire? You don't have to. Yeah?
What's that?
Rapid fire? Okay, rules of rapid fire. I say a stock, and you have 15 seconds to explain if you're bullish or bearish. You can just look at the chart. You can think about the fundamentals. But just real quick, bullish or bearish on the stock.
Noob can go. I'll listen.
All right. our technical Spix trader's not going to enjoy this segment. All right. All right. Microsoft.
Bullish.
I'm bullish too. This looks like normal retracement right here. Actually looks really good.
I don't even need to look at the chart.
CRISPR.
I don't trade. I have stock just long time hold.
Oh, on CRISPR? Nice. Is that because of me?
Yeah, but I don't trade those type of stocks normally.
Very nice. CCJ. I'm bull on CRISPR too, by the way.
CCJ, I actually just covered long in there off that bounce.
Really? Wait, so you no longer have an open position?
Nope. This
looks like a great consolidation here on the 1 hour EMA. It looks like it could launch again. NVIDIA. I'm long-term CCJ. I'm bullish on CCJ for the next 10 years. NVIDIA.
Do you have a uranium watch list?
I have no uranium watch list.
I have a position on an NVIDIA, so I have several positions on, but the general theme is short somewhere between the 105 and 110 puts against like the 150 to 160 calls. So just short premium.
Okay.
Leaning a little bullish.
Looking for volatility kind of get sucked out. I'm not bullish on NVIDIA until it probably gets to like 127 or so. Most likely. Yeah, because if we take out the extended hours here, it's still in a top zone. So maybe over like 125. It just needs to break this wedge, and then I'm actually bullish. And
my entry point for it is going to be around between 110 and 105. That's going to be where I'll be assigned shares if it goes down.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can't remember remember what the target was. I think at like 109, there's a huge buying pressure, so I don't think it goes below 109. All right, Amazon.
I'm long it.
Long Amazon right now. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh,
it didn't have
did you take some pain today?
I did take a little pain today. It didn't have a great day.
Apple had amazing relative strength, and Amazon just had amazing relative weakness. It's actually kind of incredible. I feel like Amazon could put out an Alexa update and kind of turn this around a bit.
My entire thesis on these mega caps is the market is at all-time highs. If you're bearish, then it makes sense to be bearish most of these mega caps. But if you're bullish, you can't have this market push any higher without these big boys. So across the board, for the most part, even though we're relatively high prices, I have positions on that are long in Amazon. I have positions that are long in Google, nothing in Microsoft, leaning long in Tesla, and leaning long in Nvidia. Those are all the big one, whatever they call them these days.
Did I see you buy 350 calls on Tesla? Are you selling those?
That was a sell. I had 360s that were short that I was rolling down to the 350s, and then I actually rolled them down again to the 340s into the down move today.
Getting short on Tesla into Robotaxi event. He's bold.
No, I'm not short. I'm long Delta, but I was just adjusting my Delta because I'm short the 235 put.
Oh, I think I misunderstood you then. Okay, I see what you're saying. Then.
I was just adjusting my Delta.
Yeah. Got it.
Taking on a little bit more short Delta.
Got it.
But I'm still overall long.
All right, OGN.
OGN. I don't trade this.
Okay, we won't worry about it. I think this is I probably could take this off my watch list. So this was the trade that I took at the beginning of the year for pharmaceutical catalyst, and I basically haven't touched this since April. Even though it did continue to go higher.
Yeah, I stay away from most of the pharmaceuticals.
I rode this from like 12 to 19, and then I haven't touched it since. It was just a catalyst trade. I could probably take off this watch list. All right, 4 shift payments.
Say Ford.
4 FOUR, the number.
FOUR.
This thing could have a big breakout.
This looks really bullish.
Yeah, actually.
I don't trade it, but it looks really. It looks like it's ready to go.
Is this a really? It's like a really goofy cup and handle playing out. If it can get over the 92,
it's got a series of higher highs since back in 2022. Since mid 2022, it's rallied.
I know this has been a fun one to trade. I remember in August I caught some of this,
and it's basically at 3-year highs right now.
No, back at the beginning of the year we had a touch at. What is this at? 92.48. So it needs to get over that, and then it could test all-time highs. It would be beautiful. All right, next, Adobe.
This I don't trade Adobe. It's too large of a price stock. I typically it's bullish looking, the chart long term anyway.
I don't know. This looks.
I'm looking at the monthly. Hang on a second.
I don't know. You think that looks? This looks like a giant wedge, actually.
If I had to pick a direction, I would probably put something neutral on.
Yeah.
If I had to put a trade on, I'd probably sell like.
Got a wedge that's gonna fire by June 2025. So up until halfway through next year, it's gonna have a big move.
Actually, I wouldn't even be trading this. I wouldn't trade it because there's not enough premium in there. The IV percentile is incredibly low. The raw IV is low. And it's kind of in no man's land. So when it breaks out, it's probably going to move large, more so than it's priced into those options.
I haven't looked at this in a while, and I want to short it. Probably not anytime soon. but probably in 2025 this could be a huge short.
Yeah, I pass. I would not trade it.
I'm very bearish fundamentally though. Okay, HG Home Depot. Wow, look at Home Depot. Home Depot looks like Lowe's. Look at that.
It kind of makes sense. Yep, it's the exact same.
Yeah, it's the exact same setup that we're trading over there. It makes sense. Big sense. I had a fund manager tell me that you play Lowe's.
The difference.
You play.
The difference is Lowe's just broke out to all-time highs, didn't it?
Lowe's.
Yeah, Lowe's is at all-time highs. Home Depot is not broken above all-time highs.
Oh yeah, Lowe's cups and handles already playing out. It's pretty nicely. I can't remember. I wouldn't want to dox myself and pull up my stuff, but yeah, both look really good. Fund manager told me play Lowe's if you have faith in the consumer. Play Home Depot if you have faith in commercial. Anyways, Snapchat. I don't even know why this isn't on my watch list anymore.
I haven't traded this thing in a while. What's it at? Like $4 now? 10?
My Neo call was good. My Snapchat call is not, so I sold that this morning.
I mean, this is the kind of stock that I would probably be getting long in just because I'm not going to get shorted at this price and the risk reward is probably to the upside. However, when you look at the actual chart, terrible.
It's a horrible.
When you look at the chart, it could easily take a 30% dip.
Can you
Yeah,
stream,
it's terrible.
Josh?
I don't know if I can take a 3. Am I what?
Can you stream?
Oh, stream my screen? Yeah.
Yeah.
While we're doing this?
Yeah. If I was going to do anything
Sure.
in here, I would sell the 9 puts out in November and let that be that. Looking at getting into the stock at like $8.50.
Oh, when it comes to retest the lows? You do have a potential breakout.
Yeah, it's
but
the only thing you can sell in there that has any premium.
I mean, I will say if the CEO steps down, if he has a sudden death incident, that's saying that should happen. In game or whatever people say to not get in trouble.
Allegedly,
if something happens to him, this stock could triple, quadruple, maybe even. This company's amazing. If it wasn't for it's just how awful Evan is. Evan is the worst.
Well, maybe this seems to be the year of accountability because we've had now what?
But
Nike
he has no one could throw him out. He has controlling share position, so no one could tell him anything. Yep, it's not like Nike where he retired. I don't think that guy retired. He was forced out.
No,
and I mean the company was a mess. You see how much stuff they're trying to do in crypto. He was boomer trying to be cool like the kids and jumping on too much stuff and trying too hard to be cool. It's not gonna work. ARM.
This is kind of
5 seconds.
along
4.
the lines of all the other ones. Probably just short premium in here.
Yeah.
Leaned a little bit to the upside.
I would.
There's a ton of call skew baked into this. A ton.
Is there
of calls.
really?
Yeah.
Because the 4 hour in the winter.
It's trading 140. It's trading 140. $40 away on the put side. You're collecting like $1.60 in premium. $40 away on the call side. You're at $4 in premium. So the risk is being priced in to the upside on a magnitude of a lot.
I'm just curious.
So probably with something like this, I would be looking, if I had to place a trade, I would be looking at a ratio call spread somewhere around starting my long strike at the expected move, about $35 above the current stock price. maybe 10.
There's some
So,
pretty
like-
serious gaps here. I would short it below 137.59. Look for gaps to be filled, but I think more likely it fills to the upside around 164. All right, I think a short term might be bullish.
$15 wide. Oh, that's not a terrible trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of call when you get that big of a call skew in a stock like that, it's really, really good setup to put on ratio spreads and what's called a broken wing butterfly. It's just one leg of your butterfly. The leg furthest away
Asymmetrical
is,
exposure.
yeah, you're taking advantage of the skew, basically.
That makes sense. All right, Disney.
I want to say bearish just because I still don't like Disney, but at these prices, if I traded Disney, I think last month, had a position on there for about a month, took it off. It was bullish. It was successful. I would stay bullish if I was putting a new position on here. Looks bullish.
Yeah, look at the beautiful triple bottom on like a monthly time frame at the what was that 79.29? Just boom, 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 rallies nicely right off of that every time. And then this time we actually got the higher
The hard
low,
thing,
and then it bounces off. It's literally testing the CMA channel. Get a breakthrough that. What was that at? You get a breakthrough there. It's probably going to come to 106. I'm looking for 99 right now, but it's still looking good.
yeah, hard thing about this stock is there's never ever really been really juicy premiums in this company. It's a slow mover.
Yeah, it's not a big payer, but it's kind of nice though. Like if you're uncertain and you just want something that's pretty low risk, just to catch some upside, just to it's like a beta collection service.
That's true. That's fair.
Yeah. All right. Chewy.
Chewy, I think I'm totally out of Chewy. I finally covered my lungs. And I don't have.
Look at that.
Yeah, maybe a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I think I covered my lungs in Chewy. Or somewhere around the $30 price. Totally got out. I don't think I would be trading this, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Actually, that's why I'm not trading it. Because the IV percentiles is almost at 0. Still got a lot of volatility in there, but I wouldn't be selling premium in here.
Basically,
It pulls back to 25. I would sell puts, but not until then.
you had this stupid wide range set here between 39.24 and 1968. You basically need a break between one of these, or this could chop sideways for like 6 months.
Yeah, but there's not enough premium to make it worth the risk to sell that 35 and sell that 25.
Yeah, you're right. All right. Bitcoin.
I'm long MSTR. I'm long BTBT. So I'm long Bitcoin.
Long Bitcoin. Austin, long Bitcoin, short Bitcoin. Do you want to answer the Bitcoin?
Bitcoin?
Yeah. Don't think about it too long. Don't think about it too long. This is all just about being. You just glance at the chart.
Fine.
You
Nice
think,
little pullback on the trend there, but it looks fine.
all right. I also think it looks fine. It's not the best.
Not the best.
It's not the
But
best.
you kind of expect a some sort of rejection there a little bit.
Yeah,
Trend,
at
just
that
what
trend
happens
line.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also still long in Mara. I cut my size down by over half, but I'm still long.
Okay, if it gets over this trend line, it's going to explode.
Rocket.
Yeah. Actually, do I have this in log? Yeah, I do. Yeah, but this is just like a parallel channel right here. So if you break out of that parallel channel either way, you're going to get a big move. I think I have my more detailed chart right here. Yeah, basically. It's more like an expanding wedge. Either way. All right. And you. Brazilian banking.
MU or NU?
NU. We could do MU too, though. Let's do NU first, then MU.
I think NU looks bullish. It's kind of hard not to,
All right, wait.
especially with the broader,
Are you
the
saying
broader
N? Are you saying N?
N
Okay. All right.
as in November, especially with the broader Chinese move impact on markets like Brazilian. I think that'll be positive for those type of markets. So
You know this isn't a cheap Chinese stock, right?
you Brazilian, you said.
Yeah, it's Brazilian stock.
I know.
Wait,
I
so what
think
did you just say?
I think this positive move for the broader Chinese market is going to have positive impacts on smaller emerging markets across the world too.
Oh, interesting thesis. Okay. All right. Yeah, I am bearish right now. And you. This was one of my
It's a good price to
favorites.
short it.
This is one of my favorite stocks coming into the beginning of the year, and even then it was priced. It was really pricey stock. You know, I probably should have come and bought this in August, but it really hasn't been on my radar just because it's so expensive. And every time I look at it, I think it still looks really expensive, even though I really like the company. Gold.
We never did MU. MU I was
Oh.
bullish on for earnings. I think it was trading around 90 some dollars a share. I think it right here might have some more down room back to these previous highs from 2022. If it can bounce off of that, maybe a re-entry at a price of around 100 if you're looking to get long.
Yeah, I really like MU. I would be really interested to see what Monty's take is, because I imagine that we'll get a deep dive report and analysis from him. I thought, from my perspective, it looked good. He gets more granular than I do, so I'll be interested to see what he says. I'm surprised it actually even gave up as much as it did past the earnings. I think this is like SMCI and kind of the market in general dragging it down. And to see SPY get such a huge bid into the close and like Tesla and Apple, and to not see did Nvidia move with it?
Like
Nvidia,
$1.
yeah, Nvidia did move with it, but MU did it. That's really weird, in my opinion. It never. I mean, that's just chop. That's not a real move to the upside. So
SMCI is another one that. So I traded that one into that big, huge down day. Worked out to be a pretty nice trade, but don't plan on selling puts in that again until.
I hate touching stuff like this.
Yeah, it was just too rich for me to pass up. I was able to sell the 200 puts for like $4 a piece, and within a day I was able to get out of them for like $2.
That's pretty decent then. All right, let's look at
Yeah.
gold.
I think you kind of got to be bullish gold here.
Yeah.
I actually just put on a trade in Eli's or Abraham's account today in GDX. Sold puts in GDX.
Yeah, for those who are watching this and don't know about Noob, he has his own YouTube channel called Noobs, where he gave each of his sons $10,000 and is teaching them to trade options. However, I don't agree with you. I think I would rather be short gold if I had to put on a position. I would love to buy. I almost bought rather some shares today, because I'm actually looking to do some rebalancing as well in my account. But I'm just being really patient here, and I think I would rather see a further dip. You know, if it could break back out over this EMA, it'll go higher. I see it going much higher by 2025. I'm just trying to be really greedy, especially with this daily rolling over like this.
That's what the puts are for. You get assigned shares at a lower level, a lower price, right?
Yeah, I guess. So then we got Neo.
Neo, I covered a portion of that today. I was leaning long. China in general had a massive sell-off today, was up huge,
It needed
and
it.
then it gave it up. But I still have long Neo on, and I'm still holding some long Baba. We will see how it does, see where it can find some legs here into this rally or into the sell-off from this rally.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see where this bounce takes us.
Are you still in those positions?
Which one?
You
Neo?
still long, just China in general? Are you still long China?
No, I got out of all of China on that was someday either last week or the week before, but then I re-entered into a less risky Baba long. That's out in January, so I gave myself a lot more time.
Okay.
Just did some butterflies that are they're like
we managed so differently.
broken wing butterfly. Yeah.
I had my longer dated
then,
contracts that I bought beginning of last week, and then I think on Thursday last week, I shifted that to shorter dated contracts for less risk because I'm spending less. And then I got, sorry, I just saw the alert from the Discord. Someone asked a question, which I'll address here after we're done. Then on like Friday, I swung some into today, short-term contracts, closed them all. I have no Chinese positions anymore.
No, I closed out of some of my Neo today, but those ones expire in November, and I'm going to give them a little bit more time. We'll see. Not much risk left on in there because they were up over 100%, so it didn't take very many to reduce my risk in there. But I left a good chunk on, and then Baba, I'm going to give that some time, maybe a month or so, and see what we end up doing here in Baba. See if we can digest this move and maybe move higher, or if this is just going to be the end of it.
Nice. All right, we got PDD.
Just long shares from really, really low prices, so I'm not worried about it.
Word. URA.
URA. What is that? URA.
That's a global uranium ETF. I mean, it's just we probably shouldn't even be on this segment.
I don't have any. I don't have a trade in here.
All right. I'm bull uranium.
Probably won't trade it.
All of this, none of this, even this pullback does not look bearish. It just looks like more consolidation, like we did through here. I am still bull. New highs will come. Just gotta get it.
Yeah, it looks like it bounced right off of the trend or the moving average there really nicely.
Yeah. Meta.
Meta's expensive.
Meta's so expensive
what
right
you
now.
do. You sell the shit out of Meta and you buy the shit out of Google.
It just
put them on as a pair.
It just sounds.
What about the Meta glasses?
Gross. I liked the Meta glasses. I don't like. Well, I like the.
I'm
concept.
saying as a pair.
I like the concept of the Meta glasses. I think you lose both sides of that pair. Not gonna lie. I think you go short on Meta here, and then you go long on Google. You get burned for 3 months.
Only one way to find out.
Only one way to find out. That's why we're a great duo. Actually, Google does look a lot better to me. I just worry about the litigation. I don't know how these resolve. There's not really. Usually when something like with Google happens, I start digging through history, looking for prior litigation or similar situations, how it was handled, what the price action of the stock was. And I couldn't really find a good equivalent with Google. So I'm just uncertain. I hope it gets split up. If it gets split up, I buy YouTube hand over fist. I make it a huge position in my portfolio. And then I have a massive celebration, invite all friends and family to celebrate YouTube. But turn it into a YouTube video. But yeah, no. Meta's glasses is cool, but I like it as a concept. I don't think he even made a comment. I don't remember what the comment was, but he said they're awesome and they're a glimpse at the future, which is just like the tech bro way of saying like, yeah, I know these suck, but like the next version will be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to
so-
look at the chart and be bearish on Meta, honestly, because it's just super strong looking. I mean, it's just breaking out over a new level here this last, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
3 weeks ago? Yeah. It's hard to be bearish on there, but it just seems a little expensive here. Well,
It
but
definitely is expensive.
I've been wrong before.
All right. Anyways, SPY.
I'm short to SPY, but that's more of a hedge of my overall long delta in my portfolio.
Yeah, I think this is gonna gap up tomorrow. I know it's selling off in the after hours, but I think
Well,
the reverses. Celsius.
Is that the drink manufacturer?
Yep.
What's the ticker for that? CEL?
CELH.
No. H.
My gosh, the sentiment
Oh,
is just
here.
yeah, the
Heavens.
sentiment here. I remember I got burned on this one actually because I was trying to catch the knife.
Jeez, that's
And
hideous.
I got stomped out. I also remember holding it through this nonsense. I think I bought it on this dip and had to hold through this horrible,
Celsius.
horrible hold.
Let me look here.
And then like 140 profits out the other side. But this is a Bank of America report or something.
For
Bank of America report.
for as terrible as this stock looks, I would expect there to be more put skew in this, but
Sure.
there's not. No, not really. I would expect the put spreads to trade a lot cheaper than they're trading, but they're not really. So I'm probably staying away from this. If they're not going to pay me a lot more than that to sell puts, I'm not going to sell them. Not in something that looks like that.
Yeah, they're down 46%. Analysts, technical screen sell. Analysts are still bullish here.
Yeah, analysts are idiots.
Hey, we have an analyst who's not an idiot. I
Not all of
I
them.
think I don't think you can't take anything away from an individual analyst, but I do like to look at like the broad. You know, when like TradingView has this, they're taking what like the perspective of usually like 20 analysts. And then
My
here's the
problem-
forecast. So
here's
this is actually 18 analysts that I'm willing
Here's
to pay
my
attention to.
here's my problem with analysts. I'll see a stock like Tesla that's trading at $2,200 a share, and then I'll get a news alert that says that so and so analyst has upgraded Tesla to $350 a share from $270 or something. It's like, what? You know what I'm talking about? You see these things where they're so far behind the curve.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm just like, how does that even jive with reality? Their price targets and all this kind of stuff. I don't know.
Because they don't pay attention.
I just trade the market that's there.
Someone will mention like such and such stocks at this price, and they'll be like, "Oh, I better do an update real quick." Whoops. And that's what they all do, and they all get paid if what they say happens. And they also get paid by what's big in the news. So they'll wait until something's trending well on the socials, and then they'll do the upgrade or downgrade on it. So that's another reason why they're always late, because the general public is late. That's why a lot of my videos don't do well, because I'm always talking about what's over the horizon and everyone's talking about what's happening now. That's why they all struggle to make money. Anyways, SMY.
SMY?
Yeah.
What the heck? I must not have heard you correctly, because that's not a thing.
I'm sorry. SYM. I'm sorry. You're right.
This sounds like it's a biotech name.
No, it's not. This is
What is
this is AI and robotics and warehousing.
Oh, Symbotic.
Yeah,
Doesn't look
I'm
great.
surprised you don't remember this one. This was like
Sounds
one of the
like
best
nice
trades
over
from
here.
last year. Last year, this is one of the huge winners. I bought this thing at like $16 or something and rode it all the way up to I think like 48 or something, and it actually ended up going to like 65. I see on here. But and
Yeah,
then I think I
doesn't
came
look
in
as
and
great
bought the
this year.
dip at the end of the year. Yeah, I think they've got a lot of woes and fears about.
Looks like something happened
Well,
this last
I don't think
earnings
I could
here.
say the fears. We're gonna get trolled for insider knowledge. Say again.
Something happened in August. There must have been an earnings announcement or a big news event there because they had a week of just pure brutal selling from 38 all the way down to 22.
I'll be honest, I don't know.
Something happened in August. I don't know what it was. Must
I
have been a
didn't.
bad earnings or something.
I didn't. It's just been hanging out my watch list since that big trade I had last year.
I wouldn't be in a hurry to get long it here. But if it does get back down towards that 17 level, then I would definitely be interested in putting a trade on because the risk reward would be pretty freaking clear down around like under 20.
What do you think about Boeing? What a sell, right?
I'm long Boeing.
You're long Boeing. Did you get long today, or did you eat it today?
I'm down a little bit today. I'm not super long Boeing, but I tried to get longer today. Couldn't get filled. They were making me chase even though it was down on the day. I don't understand what's up with that. Just not very liquid markets but they wouldn't fill me and I wasn't going to chase it. So I let it sit and they never did fill me. Even though it was moving down, which is kind of weird. It must come in a little late, but yeah, I'm long. I just via short puts. Yeah. I think my short puts are somewhere around 135, 130, 135 out in November. Yeah.
Yeah, the airline ETF is actually. I don't know. It looks
Airline
like it could-
ETF, I imagine, is probably up on the month, is it not?
Yeah, it's up in the month nicely. It looks like you could actually get a breakout here, but trading.
Had some big moves in Love. Had a big move. AAL's bouncing off the lows. There were some other trades that I got blown out of, neutral trades, I think in Delta, that had a big rally.
I'm looking at weekly charts. I'm not seeing any of that. I see what you're saying for AAL.
Look at the freaking weekly chart for Delta. It's rallied from down in the mid 30s, the high to mid 30s, all the way up to 50. What do you mean? On the weekly chart,
Is Delta
it's gone basically straight up. DAL.
DAL?
Yeah, American's a bad example because it's one of the weakest of the bunch. That and freaking Spirit, but
I mean, Delta. On
I think
the weekly,
Love
Delta on the weekly still looks like it's in a huge trap range.
also bounced pretty high off of these most recent lows, where it was destroyed down in the 20s, and now it's almost back to 30.
If this can get above 53.88, it actually looks interesting. All right. Remember after 2020, everyone was like, buy all the airline stocks, and they made like 100% while everything's up. Else is up like 600%.
Yeah, they made money though.
They made money. They
They
chose
made money.
terribly, but they made. Everyone made money in 2020. You could have bought anything.
You could have bought anything. You really could have.
Literally anything. We got a little lost here, getting in the weeds. Let me scan through here. Did you ever put anything on in KRNT?
No.
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 So it's good. There's a really nice gap here coming up.
What is it?
Okay,
KRNT?
nice gap up. If it can climb a bit higher, there's like a nice gap to like 28 for here. There's like a $3 gap it can fill. Like right here.
There's no volume in this stock.
And then if you get up higher, there's a huge gap right here that it could fill too. Looks like
It didn't even trade 500,000 shares today.
yeah, I know. It gets no attention, but it's making me money, and I'm very happy because I waited a long time. I waited months.
So you long shares? Or you
I
long
held-
contracts?
I have long calls. There's no liquidity. I'm waiting for liquidity to come to me eventually. Eventually, this thing will be a big name. The fundamentals here are amazing. They're fantastic. And it's just not hitting anyone's radar. And I get it. There's huge geopolitical risk because this is an Israeli company. But, yeah, exactly.
You know what this chart looks like? looks exactly like Unity software. Put the two charts over top of one another.
It's outperformed Unity on the year.
Just let the record reflect.
Let the record reflect. My pick was better. No, I played Unity too. Made some money there. I think Unity is got fixable issues, and it could become a really good name to trade. All right. I don't want to cover that one. Well, let's see. Netflix.
I haven't traded Netflix in a long time.
It's at all-time highs. Remember when this thing came down in the 200s? And I didn't buy it?
162.71. Remember when all the people that were long Netflix at 700 took the ride all the way down to 162?
And then sold.
And then, talk about an opportunity there for Netflix. Just buy leaps and sit and wait.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That hasn't been the smoothest ride, though. There's definitely multiple retracements that would have been hard to hold. And I mean, you've got to be shaking in your boots holding it right here. Knowing that this thing could get shaved like 30%. I mean, what is that? That's a 40% shaving right there in a matter of a week. God, I would just be terrified to hold it. Unless I was like in at like 300 or less. But if I'm in this at like 600 or something, I'm so tempted to sell. All right, Mara. We don't need to tell you about Mara. DoorDash
long.
is a favorite of yours. You long here? It's actually got a breakout.
No.
Yeah.
I hate DoorDash.
I think this company's going to zero, honestly. The technical
Chart looks okay.
Chart doesn't.
I would love to see it. I would love to see it fail here, though. That'd be cool.
Kava.
Fake breakout. What'd you say?
Kava.
Kava. Everybody seems to love this stock. Everybody's long it.
The fundamentals here are amazing. It's probably one of the strongest. It's like
Yeah, nothing bearish about it.
yeah, it's like early days of Chipotle here on fundamentals. I have sold calls against my shares, and I almost got squeezed. I actually sold my calls against my shares. I want to say like on the 11th. Yeah,
There's actually
like
decent premiums in here.
Squeezed me, and now it's come back because I sucked some of the premiums out.
Yeah, 105s. The 105 puts, if you want to get long, out in November, pay you $350, $1,200 capital required.
No, I'm doing a cover call strat is what I'm doing.
Yeah, a covered call strat is the same thing as a short put strat. It's the same thing.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I thought you were talking about selling 105 calls. I didn't know what the heck you were talking about. I hear you say puts.
No, puts. Yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
puts. Short puts is basically the same as long cover call.
Yep. All right, Reddit. RDDT.
Yeah, I haven't traded this one in a little while either.
I know.
Did they get some more liquidity in here? No, I traded 3.5 million shares today.
I bought.
Did they tighten the option markets up a little bit?
I don't know. I can't pull up my TOS, so I'm gonna DOS myself. I don't think I have video of the privating on them, both sharing my screen and recording this. So you're gonna have to look.
Yeah, for some reason,
be my eyes.
My option chain is not pulling up either, which
That's
is really strange.
The only thing I'll say about Reddit now is I bought it on the IPO, and I wish I just held it. I bought it on the IPO, and then on this rip into the 70s, I actually sold it. I think I want to say I bought some calls when it came back into like the 40 range, wrote it back up. And when I look at this thing sitting at 65 and where my fundamentals played out, what I was wanting to see on these first two earnings was that the company was able to show that that the growth that they'd had seen at the end of last year was sustainable and not just like a quick pump that they did for users ahead of the IPO to try and juice up the buy-ins that they would get and the investments they would get. That now looks like it's actually sustainable. Advertising on a platform where all users are anonymous is also difficult, and it's got the analytics are going to be as clean as it would be for Facebook or Google. Whereas like Facebook and Google, you can be hyper targeted for your ads. So as its competitions, the competitiveness is really difficult because of that. Or something like Amazon, where you're advertising to a store, whatever product you have and stuff. You're like direct to consumer. You can get highly specific. You don't have that on Reddit, but they seem to be overcoming these fears, and the company's going solid on a fundamental standpoint. It still trades at a really high evaluation, but I think this is something that in the future I would be okay with buying on dips. It's still, I believe, like the 6th or 7th most visited site on the in the world. So that's my thoughts on Reddit. I wish I would have just kept some shares on and just kind of let a long-term position ride. And I might be looking.
Actually, got some. I just actually put a trade on in here because it's got decent capital requirements, and it's got call skew, which is going to pay you more for selling the calls. So the 50-90 in November, I just put that on to remind me to adjust it in the morning.
Nice. Let's talk about another advertiser, TTD. You ever traded this one?
TTT? No.
TTD, Trade Desk.
Oh, Trade Desk.
Yeah, everyone knows Trade Desk. This is really popular.
Yeah.
Look at that. I'm still looking for the all-time breakout.
It looks bullish. I mean, looks bullish.
All right. Actually, last stock, then we'll call it. I want to keep this short. It's already longer than I wanted. ON.
ON.
Look at that chart. Swedish shoemaking company. The disruptors of Nike.
Well, it looks better than Nike.
That's not hard.
Looks like it's trying to break out to new highs.
Yeah.
Looks pretty bullish. These last few years have been 3 great years or 2 great years.
Yeah.
I don't know what 3 million shares traded. 28% Ivy rank percentile.
This looks like a nice, healthy consolidation for a breakout higher. I mean, that all-time high is going to be such a magnet if it can get over the 52.
Not bad, but I like the capital. The capital requirements are okay, but what you get paid for it. Like, I like something like Reddit a little better than I like this, but it's not a bad trade for selling premium. I'd probably do delta neutral in there.
All right, that's gonna be it. Just a little chat and powwow. We pretty much covered everything, including the broader market. You had a good day. You made some money today.
I did. Not as good as it could have been, but it was all right. I accidentally doubled down on risk when I tried to cover risk at the end of the day. That was a boo-boo.
Wow.
Happens.
Yep, happens. I guess it happens. I can't say I've done that.
I did. Last minute of the day, I was like, I'm going to take some of this risk off. And I put the trade in like a rolling trade. But normally, because I sell options, when I roll, I am used to clicking the buy and then my new position is a sell. But this, I was long calls. And so I just doubled down the size of the position. Whoops.
Well, I had a great day. We pretty much just made money all day. And we'll go ahead and call it right there. Hope you all have a good one. God bless.